Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching Chucky.
Yo, we gonna make it out? Here's the exit. We made it. Hell yeah, we made it.
Season 3, Episode 7, entitled There Will Be Blood. I do appreciate the titles of the episodes, especially this season. Overall, I'm going to say the episode was fine. I do feel like maybe it's because we've spent so much time in the White House, or also maybe it's because I'm not loving the whole spirit realm and ghost ideas. That concept being such a hard thing this season, and like I talked about last week, I'll try not to spend too much time bringing it up again, but I'm not fully buying the ghost existing in the Chucky universe. But that's just me. At the very beginning, it starts off with Ghost Charles Lee Ray. If there's nothing else that I can say, the best part of the whole ghost scenario is that we get to see Brad Dourif in the flesh. Well, kind of, because he's a ghost. But we get to see the man, the actor, the dude behind the voice of Chucky. For all of these years, all of these decades, we haven't seen him in physical form play Charles Lee Ray since the 1988 Child's Play. Well, I guess he did do a flashback in the Curse of Chucky movie, didn't he? But besides that, it's been a long time since we've gotten to see Charles Lee Ray in physical form, human form, and you see that he gets to meet Dumbella, which for all those years of Chucky doing the voodoo chant, and he mentions Dumbella, give me the power, I beg of you. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's some, like, demon spirit god that he worships, and that's where the power comes from. Like, when I really think about it now, I guess. But all of these years, I never thought of who Dumbella was or what it was. I just kind of figured it was something that Chucky said. It was like a part of the ritual. It was just something that had to be said. Like, I didn't think of it was a god giving him the power. Anyways, so we see the physical form of Dumbella, even though I guess it only looked this way because it was Charles Lee Ray looking at it, and it takes the form of whatever you are most precious about. So, of course, it looks like the Chucky doll to Charles Lee Ray. That was hilarious. To get to see Brad Dourif talk to a Chucky doll face to face, interact with it, that was great. Again, probably the best part of the entire episode. And just Charles Lee Ray being a ghost. I was curious as to what they would do with that concept, just as far as him being in the White House and doing various things. The one scene when they were in the room and the wife is talking to whoever, and you see Henry, the little son, and he's just staring off into the distance, and you think that maybe he's just traumatized, he's just figuring out that his father is dead. But no, you see quick flashes of him staring at ghost Charles Lee Ray. Those quick shots, and they were flickers of shots of Brad Dourif being creepy as fuck, getting closer and closer to the kid, one shot of drool coming out of his mouth. That looked freaky. That actually gave me the heebie-jeebies, if I'm not lying, right? I'm being dead honest. Those moments did kind of get me. And at some point, the wife and Henry are able to sneak out of the White House because the other CIA guy is holding them sort of hostage. He wants them to finagle this whole bullshit story of like, oh, the president has cancer, so he has to go away. It's really the fucking lookalike, decoy, copycat, whatever. And the wife's not really all about this. She wants to get out of there. So one of the Secret Service guys sneaks her out. And the oldest son, who's clearly thinking with the wrong head, wants to go back and save Lexi because they're locked into the room and who knows what will happen to them. So that son leaves to go back in there. So the wife and Henry are gone. I mean, maybe we see them next episode. Maybe they sort of let out the White House secrets and tell everybody what really is going on. But she's gone, and little Henry is gone. Grant, is that the oldest son's name? He helps Lexi, like I said. And then there's a whole sequence of fake President Devon Sawa. Once he does the whole, I'm going to be hooked up to the IV and chemo, and I'm going to deliver the message that I am relinquishing my presidency to the vice president, blah, 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 bullshit. He figures out that they're just going to kill him. After he did all of that, he's like, oh shit, you guys aren't going to let me walk out of here alive. Very dumb with how they did it, because they were literally setting up the shot that they're going to give him right in front of him. They didn't even try to hide it. They didn't even try to... Maybe they just thought he was an idiot, because it's like they didn't even try. Of course, he bounces. He runs off. He's getting chased by the security dude. He winds up in the elevator, and the two of them are going back and forth. And then blood just starts coming into the elevator, like literally pouring into the elevator. And I was confused at first of like, what the fuck is going on? Because there was a shot earlier where blood was coming out of a doorknob little thingy. And I know Dumbella said that Chucky is way more powerful as a ghost, that he can do supernatural-like things. So I fully get that. I guess Ghost Chucky, just made blood appear. What's more confusing about it, though, is that, okay, so fine, he makes blood appear, and the elevator fills up with blood. Okay, maybe Chucky's just getting more creative, seeing what he can do. But then when the kids press the elevator button and it opens up, I was fully expecting a Shining recreation where blood oozes out of the elevator down the hall. They all get covered in it. But no, the elevator opens and it's just the two dead bodies of fake Devon Sawa and the security guy. And they're covered in blood. So it's not like the blood disappeared as far as, well, they're still on it. So what happened to the other blood? What happened to the blood that filled the elevator? Did it just, you know what I mean? Like, maybe other people didn't give a fuck. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it. I'm willing to go along with it if you make it make sense. But if I'm scratching my head, if I'm asking questions, too many questions, then I don't know if it's fully works. So they bring in this psychic who is trying to contact the spirit realm, trying to contact Chucky, especially because Lexi still wants to find out where her sister is. And I do wonder, like, as far as the sister goes, like, the sister was sort of down to kill, right? Like, the sister was totally down to run off with Chucky. She wanted to become a murderer. Like, so what are we going to do? Are we just going to find her and then pretend like she isn't crazy herself? Or I think the reveal, and this might be a fucked up thing, and who knows, I think we're going to find out that Chucky killed the sister, or that the sister is somehow dead. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that we're just going to save the sister and then, oh, hey, happy ending. Lexi gets her crazy, fucked up sister back. Or maybe she does, and maybe that's a messed up cliffhanger that we go on. So after this seance happens, it was amusing to have Chucky pretend to use the low, creepy voice and then finally say, fuck it, I'm going to talk for real. Like, I'm going to drop all this bullshit. He makes it rain blood once again. So blood is just his newfound favorite ability that he can do as a ghost. And he electrocutes like 3 or 4 people there because they were all too dumb or not quick enough to move out of the way. And so you get your big mass killing from Chucky. So good job. Let's switch over to Tiffany, though, because Tiffany has been imprisoned. I almost forgot that her storyline was going on because I'm way more focused and more interested in the other stuff. Even though I have my issues and complaints and questions, I'm still like, I'd rather stick over there. Because with her, it's like, okay, she's on death row and she's just waiting to be killed. She gets the one guard, the female guard, because through voodoo, she's able to mind control her. And she tells her to go get some stuff for her, right? Go to this house and get stuff. And when she leaves, the prison guard, she just gets run over by a car. I'm like, wait, what? So the prison guard dies. That was kind of a waste. We spent all of those episodes of Tiffany getting control of that woman, having all that luxury stuff in the prison just for the lady to die and her, like, nothing to come out of that. Like, we were just killing time, really, with the Tiffany character, because then a new guard shows up and says, all right, it's time to inject you, lethal injection. You're going to die. They make this whole big thing of bringing Tiffany down. I know Tiffany's a big character. Don't get me wrong. I know that Jennifer Tilly and Tiffany, she has her fans of the franchise. She's been a big part of the Chucky lore since Bride of Chucky. And I get it. But I'm kind of at the point where I don't give a fuck about this character at all. And if we're going to kill her, can we just be done with it? Can we just kill her and move on? They make this whole thing of, do they usually do this with the people that view an execution like this, where somebody gets to speak to them before? Like, maybe that is the thing. I'm not really necessarily questioning it too hard. I'm just curious because look who's there. Nina, somebody that we have not seen enough of. Fiona Dourif. I like Fiona Dourif, so it was nice to finally see her again. She delivers a message to Tiffany from Gigi, the Glenn and Glenda son-daughter, they, them. Oh, you're a good mom and blah, 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 bullshit, even though Tiffany's not a good mom. But I guess compared to Chucky, maybe she was the greatest parent that they could ever have. Then they inject Tiffany with the lethal dose, but we don't see her die. Like, they cut away and they cut back to the main plot. So, like, I don't believe that Tiffany's dead until we see her die. Maybe they will make it a thing of Ghost Charles, Ghost Chucky will see Ghost Tiffany, and they will do something with that. That's probably why we're milking this for so goddamn long. Jake is volunteering himself to take a drug in order to kill him for 5 minutes, and then they want to bring him back because he wants to go into the spirit realm and, I guess, talk to Chucky or do something for Chucky. They're still trying to figure out stuff. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm not saying this is the worst season ever or the worst thing ever. Although out of the 3 seasons, this is probably my least favorite one. But it's fine. I just don't know if I'm going to like the payoff or think it's going to be a good payoff, a worthwhile payoff. It's a shame that we don't really get Andy this season. Like I said, we didn't get a lot of Nina. I'll see what the finale entails. I'll see what happens and then make my full judgment on the season there. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of the episode, or are you enjoying the season so far? Like, comment, subscribe. Later.